Dillon Church, and people like to say God doesn't do miracles. I'm living proof that He does. So one morning, a flashback, I don't know, 2020, and I was healthy, 24-year-old. I was actually probably in one of the best shapes I'd ever been in. I was training for a half marathon and running every day, 6-7 miles, building my way up. And one morning, started out everything regular except I didn't wake up. No reason, no specifics why. Alarm went off and I didn't.
Hi, my name is Tiffany McCluskey.
I'm Cody McCluskey.
And we want to tell you about the night that we met. We all got called out to a vehicle accident and we all responded, which we all respond in our private vehicles and we meet up at the base. So when I got there, I saw Cody. I didn't know who he was, but at that point we were kind of in that mode where it's time to go. So we didn't really have time to speak or anything. The people in that vehicle had actually left, so we weren't needed. We went back to the base and were about to all go home before we got called out to a 23-year-old male who was in an active cardiac arrest.
So our response time was cut drastically, and it got us to the house quicker, and we was able to actually bring the guy back. And after getting him to the hospital, she was able to follow up with some of her co-workers at a different ambulance service and find out that the guy had been sent out.
Don't know any details because I was in a coma for about 6 to 7 days after. But thankfully, God had people in my life and in place to bring me back. So fast forward a few years later, of still kind of living a broad path of life, and a girl gets brought into my life named Hunter Shulian. We get to talking, and she invites me to Redemption Church after all this, and really opened my eyes to everything. And lo and behold, I end up getting baptized here, and sure enough, somebody from that very same night where I almost didn't come back, was reintroduced into my life. I catch this guy looking at me over the course of a few Sundays, and I'm like, man, I can't put it on it. This guy's kind of giving me the eye, kind of side eye. I don't really know exactly what's going on or what's about to happen at church. So I just end up, the day of my baptism, he starts walking up to me, and like in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, of all days, this guy's gonna say something to me today. And sure enough, he walks up to me and he just, I hate to say gratitude, but just immediate, like he was like, man, this is so cool to see. He's like, I feel like you don't remember who I am or what have you. And then lo and behold, it's one of God's people that He put into my life, and he was actually a paramedic on the night the night my heart stopped. Not 2 years later to the day, we got married. I started serving on the worship team, and Cody started serving on security.
I started coming with her shortly after we started talking and dating, and we've been here since. What God did in my life, it was unveiled right there. And it all came full circle. The thing that keeps like going through my head is no matter how strong or independent or self-reliant you think you are, you just always have to trust God. His protection and His love for you is very profound, even if you are unaware of it.